Hello, and welcome to the adventures of Syberiah. We are playing Space Engineers, and this is Agaris, the water planet. Hello, and welcome back to yet another episode. Guys, so happy to have you here. Super stoked. I'm very happy with everything that I was able to get done on the last episode. We have lots to do today. So one of the main concerns that I have is that the Stone Scratcher, it simply cannot go deep enough. And I was thinking on whether to just disassemble this and come up with a new mining vehicle or to give it an upgrade. Okay, so here it is. This is a good spot for us to get started. So my idea is this. I want to get started by... Man, I don't fucking like this idea. Welcome back, guys. I am super stoked to have you all here with me again. There is a lot to do. So, as I mentioned last episode, the Stone Scratcher, it does not dig too deep. And quite honestly, I feel that the Stone Scratcher just belongs back at the Cyberdyne. The Cyberdyne runs strictly on stone, and I kind of feel bad that I brought him with me, to be honest with you. I think that eventually the Stone Scratcher needs to end up there. Because I was thinking about how I was going to collect iron from, you know, the mineral patch that's here. It's a lot deeper, so we're about 25 to 30 meters last I checked on that. So I think what's in order here is for a new mining vehicle that can take care of this tall order. Deep order? So what I want to do is this. I've been mustering up a drilling mechanism that originally I was going to put inside the Stone Scratcher. Basically, where the drill is now, I was going to add a bunch of pistons, zigzag them around, and make it happen to where this did dig deep. However, when I was doing my creative testings, the whole front end, I just could not make it look and keep the same kind of vibe that the Stone Scratcher has. You know, I feel like that front is kind of what makes this vehicle, you know, that's kind of like the signature of it. So, you know, after putting too much thought into it, I decided that I was just going to build a whole new mechanism that I was going to work with. So what I'm going to do is start off by placing a landing gear. All right, let's get a landing gear right here. That should work. Let me start with some blocks, and I'm going to just bring this up a little taller. And again, I'm going to have to start building a bunch of scaffolding here so that I can reach all of this. So I'm just going to go ahead and place a few of these here so I can do one of these. There we go. That's a little better. So I want to bring this up, right? Now, I want to start off with a conveyor so that whenever I'm done with this, I can pipe it to the system. So basically my idea is I'm going to build this mechanism, and then I'm going to build a car around that mechanism. So let's do this. So now that I have plenty of height here, I want to start with a conveyor junction. Let's see here. I think I'm going to start here. So what I want first is a hinge. So here's how this mechanism is going to work. This hinge is going to be in charge of tilting an entire mechanism that's going to sit up here, okay? So on this end of the mechanism here is going to be all my pistons. That's going to allow for this drill to go deep, and then the front is going to be the drill, And hopefully this is capable of tilting this whenever we need. Basically, when we're riding, this vehicle will have this sideways, and then when we park to drill, it'll just tilt it and then dig down. So that's the whole idea here. And the way that I'm trying to achieve this, if I can figure this whole spacing out, this is what's been kind of breaking my brain a little bit on this. But I am going to need power on this, and I am going to need to weld this. So let's lock this up on. And I think I'm just going to put a battery here. Got more materials now, so things are a little bit more comfortable. I did manage to get a bunch of iron from the mine on our last episode. I also went ahead and I mined some more stone, so we got nickel, silicon, and all that good stuff. I should have enough for this build at least. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and collect a bunch of iron, because from here on out, I'm having a feeling that we're gonna be building a little bit bigger. Anyways, so we are here. Let's go ahead and set this up with some pipes. So I want to set up 2 more on this side. And basically over here, do I want to do it here? No, I don't want to do it here. I want to bring it back faster. And the reason is I want this to have more, be able to deal with this drill when it's full, basically. So we're going to go off to the side like this, okay? So I'm going to pipe it. I promise this will start making sense here soon. So that's 1, 2, and then another one. I think this is how I wanted it. Notice how confident I am. All right, so there we go. So that's the tilting mechanism. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set up my first set of pistons that are going to start bringing this thing down. If I can place you right there. I am going to need another one of these guys over here. Come on, bam, bam. And yeah, let me get another piston right there. There we go. So 2 pistons there. Then we're going to go ahead and curve this around yet again. And this is kind of how far I got with this in my head before I decided to build it. But let's try this. So I kind of want to, if I can, I want to keep it all in a 3-block spacing if possible, right? So I'm assuming that behind where I can't think right now. That block, the conveyor, is going to be the end point there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring these down like so, and then back out. Unable to place. Why is that? Oh, I see, because of the block there. So okay, no problem, no worries, no worries. I can come out to the side here, I think. Yeah, let's go ahead and grind that out. Come on, get out of there. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and come out to the side with it then. So like this over here. Come on, get on there. That, and then go down. So that way it doesn't mess with that conveyor. That's over there. Then I'm gonna bring it out again, like so. And now this gives me room for 2 more pistons. 1 here, 1 there. Cool, very awesome. So I think that from here, we should go back up and maybe try to curve it around 1 more time. And if all goes well, I should be able to end up with at least 6 pistons here. So let's see. And I hope that that's enough to get me to where I need. I was hoping that that would curve in so I could have this little spot here, but it didn't happen that way. So I'm going to, I wonder if this is going to be enough. I'm going to make this even crazier. I'm going to go this way, and then right there. Can I jump up here? I can if I have good aim and don't have to fall off this thing. All right, anyways, over here, let's curve this way. And now I should be able to place another 2 pistons, 1 and 2. And here's the $1 million question. Are 6 pistons long enough to get to that deep, right? I don't really know. I really don't. So I think that instead of being, you know, this is going to be a complicated build. And if it goes a little deeper, it's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing because then we can use it for other applications. So I'm actually going to stretch this out a little bit further. So I'm going to go with 2 pistons here. So I'm going to curve this here and then put the 2 pistons there. So now we get 6 here, right? So that's 6 total. Curve this puppy around one more time. Oh God. Clang, be gentle with me, please. Just please be gentle with me. Okay. I couldn't get up there. Can we? There we go. Let me climb back up here. So that's going to give us 3 tall. And so let's see. I'm going to 1, 2, curve it up here. And then I can piston again right there. So we'll have 7. And if I can get that there, come on. Do I want 8 or do I want just the 7? I think I'm just gonna go with the 7. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the 7. That's fine. You know, before I get too greedy here and this thing starts to get too clangy, I'm just going to end up this setup dead in the middle, if I can, with, I want 1 drill. 1 drill, 2 drills. 1 drill's 2 drills, 1 drill. I'm gonna go with 1 drill simply because this is still a small grid vehicle and I'm gonna have to deal with all the stone that I collect along the way. So sorters are gonna need a little bit of time. So collecting stuff faster isn't gonna really help me at this point. So let's get our drill and set it up right there. So there it is. This here will be our official mechanism. I need to weld this up so that we can take a better look at this. And also that battery. We're gonna need power for all of this. Here we go. I'll turn it on. And voila. All right. Look at that. We got ourselves a nice little drilling machine here. So let's go ahead and take a look at those pistons. I want all of them. Let's see. Let's do -0.1 for now. And go ahead and reverse. Look at that. It's working! It's working! So basically this is going to be how deep we're going to be able to reach out into the voxel. Oh yeah, this will definitely work. Look at that. I think that should be long enough, more than long enough to reach the iron at the bottom there. Drill pistons. So this is going to be my main group. Let's go ahead and reverse these guys. Everything is welded in the middle. I did get everything. I don't see anything that's not welded, so good so far. Let's see, velocity. Let's do like a 1 and go ahead and do a reverse on this just to see. We got nothing. Hinge lock. There we go. It's gonna hit the ground, right? Yeah. So this is how tall off the ground this will need to be in order to function properly. So I think that my mistake here is this junction, because I could have brought this in a little bit by 2 more blocks, it looks like, And that would have allowed me to have the center of pivot on this a little taller. So I think that that's something that I have to reconsider here, because that does make a huge difference on the height of the vehicle at this point, I believe. So let's see, jump back to my character here. So is there any way? There is no way, is there? But basically I would need this here to come down 1, 2, then curve, and then the hinge goes here. The hinge 2 blocks ahead of where it is. That would be perfect for this setup. All right. Let me go ahead and redo this. All right, I finally managed to build this thing, and now I'm just reattaching it here. If I can do this correctly. Oh my God. Do not explode on me. Give me that hinge. Give me that hinge. Attach, attach, attach. Okay, got it, got it. I should, however, reverse this hinge because I think it's pushing down. Yeah, and reverse you. Come back. There you go. I think it was -1 was the main speed here. EU2. Other way. There we go. Pull them all back. So I went ahead and I pulled that out by 1 block, by the 2 blocks, like I said, and I just detached it. The whole thing died. I added the blocks there, added this tiny little battery here just so that it could power it up and turn it on. So now when we tilt, this is as close as I'm going to be able to get to that drill. So let's go ahead and reverse. I hope it doesn't touch the ground, and you know, we get a little bit more clearance here, which is the idea. Once I put this on a vehicle, that's basically what it's gonna be. There you go. I'm like, you know, I could adjust this difference here on my wheels. In order to make this all happen, to build a vehicle around this, we're gonna need cargo spacing. So I want to bring that hinge back up. Reverse. Let's go ahead and put this in tucked away position. Look at that, it'll fit right in there. You know, I could probably get away with it being a little lower to the ground if I'm patient with the way that it loads when it starts. Maybe I'll do that so we can get a little bit more clearance. All right, anyways. So everything needs to be connected to this conveyor setup right there. So I want to grab myself a couple of blocks here. So just so we know where we're at, like this. Okay, cool. So if that's where the vehicle starts, right, or the dead center of it. So I'm assuming that this would be the middle section of it. And maybe we can set up the cargos in the back and then some more cargos in the front. Maybe that's the way to go. Or do I want to leave this drill free at the front? So many decisions to make. So many. Now that it's getting dark, it's the perfect time to introduce a new mod that I added to the save. And it's a very simple one. It's actually 2 of them. But I added some lights. So now we have all these fancy lights that we can play around with. They're mostly like headlights and spotlights and things like that. You may have seen these on other saves before. And the other thing that I added was also some poles. So we can actually do some more lighting with the poles here. So let's say I want to put a pole here, I could, you know, that kind of thing. But one of the cool things that comes with the poles is these here. Where is it? They have the pole spotlights. They had a, what is it? The support, the pillar, spotlight, the lantern. This is what I wanted. I want to put one on each end here. There you go. So now we have a light. Let's go ahead and place one on the other side as well. There you have it. Very cool. So yeah, now we can see what I'm doing here in the darkness. So let's get rid of these scaffoldings. Go. All right. So I think what I'm gonna do is actually, I'm gonna use some merge blocks. I'm gonna go for some merge blocks and make this happen. So up here, instead of these guys, right? Yeah, I was wishful thinking to think I could jump up there. So I'm gonna go with some of these instead. And the reason is I can attach things to the side of them. So I'm gonna go with a merge block. And I'm so glad we got these tiny ones now. Small, yeah, these are kind of cool. So maybe we can go with one there. Then we can do the piston. The actual piston right there. Yeah. On top of that piston, we can then put one of these conveyor blocks and then the other merge block right there, facing each other. That one. Okay. Here we go. We got that. I need to weld that merge block up there. And can we reach you? Not the control seat, but the piston. There we go. Velocity up. Let's go real slow with this. Okay. Keep going. Oh yeah. And we are going to stop right there. Go ahead and put the velocity to 0. And I can actually release this piston from here now and start building off of the end of it. There you go. Now this should reverse itself to its original state and just stay there. So now I can actually build a vehicle from here on out. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. This works. Let me get those merge blocks out of there, because now, take 2. Let me get those merge blocks out of there. If I can jump up here. There we go. Get rid of them. Don't need you anymore. Perfection. Oh man, this is going to be awesome. Let me weld this up real quick since I'm up here. And I want to get down there and start putting some wheels on this thing. We need cargo space, we need wheels, we need battery. We need a bunch of stuff. Cool. Awesome. Now we're talking. So now I can lift this up. So if I go reverse, boom. I mean, we are locked to the landing gear that's attached to that part. Once I can set everything up, then I will do the opposite. This is gonna be cool. It'll lift that tall enough to where it can tilt. And yeah, let me get rid of this stuff here and let's start building. Okay. All right, I think I got it now. The original was the way to go. So now that I have that, I can pop that cargo there. And it has a small connection on this side and a large one on that side. Now I can add a secondary with both large facing each other like so. Then I can have, I don't know, things like a connector over here. Maybe like that. I don't know. Well, that took a while. There you go. This thing is done. Well, in theory. Not really done, but you know what I mean. So, okay, I think that what I'm going to do is this. I want to keep that same theme of the Stone Scratcher, how we have the cockpit at top of the cargoes there, and then we have this crazy thing going on there. I wonder if I can do something around this here to make it look like an actual vehicle. Then we'll drive from up there as well. So it's going to need batteries. Absolutely going to need batteries. There's nothing I can do about that. So I think that these batteries are actually going to go on the side here. And I was thinking maybe here. If I can get one block higher there. Off to the side of the piston. So one there. And then one there. And that way it gives it plenty of clearance so the piston's not rubbing on it, but my battery can go there and there. I think that's pretty cool. Look at this, we're starting to take shape. We're starting to look like a rover or something of the type. Who knows? We'll figure it out. We'll figure this out. Not stressed at all. Okay, so that means I don't really need this bottom section here. So these can go, and we can leave that for something else. Do I want those batteries a little higher? I do. As a matter of fact, I do. I'm going to lift them up one more block. And right there. Just like so. And I think they'll look a little better like right there. Do we want them sideways? Yeah. Let's go. Sideways like that. For dramatic effect. Very awesome. Gonna need power cells. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get on top of this thing, and as you can see, it's already way longer than this here, so the bargee is gonna have some surgery coming up here soon. We're gonna have to update it a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and take this battery here and just set it to discharge. Not that it really matters. Yeah, just set that to discharge, and then I'm gonna set this one to discharge once I get one these here going. So let me go make parts for them. I got everything queued up for those batteries, and while we're back here, I just kind of wanted to show you a little something that I did back here since last episode. I went ahead and I added some little guardrails out here, and I added a little section, so now it's really smooth to walk up and down this, no issues whatsoever. I don't have the risk of falling off from these sides here, and I fixed these guys to look you know, pretty decent there. So yeah, that's what the back of the Yahtzee is looking like. And as soon as I get these parts here, I'm gonna weld up those batteries and we're gonna keep on rolling. Okay, so now I have parts for my battery. Let's do the jump weld. Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. Now I can set this guy to discharge because I'm gonna grind it up. Climb up here, weld this here. Very cool. Now we got everything that we need here. I need to start setting up a wheelbase. So we have 2 batteries, which is really cool. This will have way more power than our Stone Scratcher did, so it's cool as far as that goes. And I'm thinking that maybe our wheels, I'm almost determined to just bite the bullet that this is a bigger vehicle. 5x5s are just not gonna make it though. Look at this, I'll put one here just so we can see. It's too much, too much. I like it, but I don't. So what I think I'm gonna do instead is I will widen the stance of the vehicle, right? And by that I mean I'll go with the wheels at this level, not the 5x5s that I just ground down. Right side, 3x3. So this is what I'm thinking. I might have to just make this vehicle a little wider. There's nothing I can do about it. 1, 2, 3, and then we have another one there. 1, 2, and 3, and another one in the middle. That is not how I want it. How about there? That's 1, 2, 3, and then one there. See, that I could live with a little bit better, I think. There we go. So now we have them on both sides. Forget all of this jazz here. This could go. I don't care anymore. Get out of my way. Part of the next setup here was to continue these to go all the way up. Like that, 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 that. And then I can tidy it up with other stuff up here. You know, if we need a gun, we got a spot. I'm gonna go ahead and weld these here to give these batteries a little bit more support. Go for it. Look at that, perfect jump, even though it was not intentional. Cool, now we have a height for these wheels. All right, so as far as what moves, it starts moving here. So nothing else could be attached, right? So what I'm going to do is, hopefully I can, well, oh, wrong block. Let me start setting up, hopefully, a landing gear here that I can use to hopefully park this vehicle. Man, I would love to go on block lower, but whatever. I'm just going for it. Oh, yay. There we go. It's locked. I can get rid of all this stuff. I'm not gonna lie, that was a little scary. Yeah, let's get rid of all of this stuff here that has nothing to do with the setup anymore. So basically from this point on, I can't attach anything that is attached to that to this. That has got to be completely free-flowing and doing its thing. I do want to do a quick test because we've been playing with this for a little bit, and want to make sure that what we're planning here actually works. Look at that. It'll be just at the right height to make this happen. Look at that. If that drill is on while it's doing that, it'll clip into the ground easily. And it will, you know, it'll adjust itself accordingly. So this works for me. I'm excited. I'm gonna go ahead and reverse this guy, and then I'm gonna give it a little bit before I reverse the other one. So I'm hoping that I can put all of this on a timer block and make it all work. We'll get to that step here in the short future, hopefully. Let's go ahead and reverse these, and I can actually remove these little blocks that I'm not using there. There we go. Okay, this is starting to take shape. This is the point on these builds that I start getting excited. That things are just, all right, like, okay, like they're about to work. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to keep this setup going here with the beams. Sorry, zoned out for a second there. Let's go up to here with that and see what we start making. Here, 4. Okay. I like taking a look at this from a distance, like in between these setups. So we're gonna have this beam here, and it looks like there's another block worth of space in between there that we can play around with. So I am thinking of thinning this out even further, and then maybe thickening it out again once I get towards the end there. So what I mean by that is this. Let's go with 5 and then thin it out. Kind of like what we did on the stone scratcher a little bit. Not exactly the same. That's okay. And then here, from back here, we can start bringing the thinnies out. Like that. Boom. 1. Okay, So far, so good. Are we at that? Yeah, let's do this. So kind of about there. Okay. I'm gonna set myself up with an area to place some wheels here. And the way I'm gonna do this is to remove these two here actually. And I'm gonna go and thin these out with these like that on each side. And now we're gonna get bigger again with these. So I just want the two there. And then instead, here we go right back to this. That brings us back to that level. The wheel can go here. All right, so we copy this to this end, and that's the deal. That's what we're gonna do here. I hope it all makes sense later, and a lot of this gets changed around in the greebling process as well, as you guys know me. Let's do a left side there, right side here. We get more of these here. Let's do one. Where's the one that I need? There you are. 2, 3. Do one of these here. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're gonna add another wheel. So again, right side, left side. And now we are starting to take shape. Starting to take the profile of an actual rover. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm putting a seat on this thing. I'm putting a couple of gyros on it. And I'm gonna take it for a test drive. So it's time to weld all of this. I got some parts for all the stuff that we need to weld here. Hopefully everything will be done on this trip. But the thing is, I got some parts for a gyro, and I want to take this thing on a test drive. And honestly, I want to take this out to the iron mine and go give it a whirl. What if we come back with a bunch of iron? I still need to come up with a sorting system for this as well. So look at that. I think I'm about ready to cut this loose. I am. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Let's start from here. Perfect. Oh, it's on top of my head. Now, I know I'm gonna need either some stairs here or a ladder to climb up here more regularly, but let's see. Oh yeah, it's driving. It's driving. It is. There's a lot of wheels on this thing. Do I dare leave it like this? I think I've spaced them enough to where it doesn't really matter. Let's get our cockpit and set up a handbrake. Park this up right here. And I need to put some gyros on this. And I'm trying to figure out what's a good spot to put the gyros on. I don't know, but I think I'm just gonna put one on. Let's do one there. And one on the opposite side. Let's just go with that for now. Probably not the permanent spot for them, but we need to test things and make sure things are running. All right. Don't really need a ladder on this thing, but let's roll. Okay, we are riding pretty good. I need to take my wheels and I need to give some strength and height and all that good stuff. So let's see here. Height max, strength, let's go up to like a 16. I think we're good on power, friction, all that other good stuff. Yeah, let's go. Look at this thing. It definitely took shape, huh? I've never built a miner with a deployable drill like this one, like that. Not a deployable, but like a tilting drill that went down. So I'm kind of curious to see how this all is going to work. Here we are at the iron mine. And what I want to do is I want to set up everything. So let's get that hinge, right? And I'm going to call it tilt, so I know what it is. And I also want to slow it down a little bit. What's the velocity on it? It's 1. Yeah, I think that'll do, actually. Yeah, let's go with, yeah, let's just round it off. Oh, did I get that right? No, I did not. Yeah, no, we're good, we're good. So that way when I reverse this, we're good. It's a decent enough speed. Maybe I'll go with the negative 0.5. Let's try that. Yeah, half the speed. That'll work for me. I think we're good with that. Now, I need to name this piston here, and I'm gonna call it lifter, so that we know that that's that. And then all the other pistons, drill pistons. Let's go ahead and take these guys. Okay, they're at 1 of speed. Let's do negative 0.0. Here I am with the spectator mode camera now, and we can actually take a look underneath the ground and see how far we're going. So as you can see over there, I did a couple of tests and things like that. And they were all short. As you can see there, they barely reached the iron. The two on the right are a test that I did with the rig. The one that's a little bit, the one all the way to the right of where we are at now, that one was the one we did by hand. But yeah, let's see how far this will sink. And then the cool thing about it is we also have the height of the lifter piston to go down as well. So let's go ahead and get that piston, the lifter piston, and slow that speed down too, because this is our 5. Let's do a 0.1. That's going to be the speed this operates at. So far, so good. Look at this. Everything functioning just right. Speed up that. There we go. It's doing it. I think we got a pretty decent depth here. As long as we can get enough to get down to the iron and collect it, we should be good. Should be good to go. Look at that. We are right at the iron, and we're still going. We still got about another half of. Oh yeah, this will get there. The thing that I have a problem with is, I'm gonna let that keep going, is we have too much stone in our inventory now because of this. And we're not gonna collect iron. But regardless, we are going to, excuse me. There we go. Yeah, I wanna collect the iron itself. There we go. We are definitely taking some stone home with us today, but whatever. Okay. Did I get rid of it? All right, that's fine. At least we're connecting some iron. I'm gonna make room because we're about to drop the last piston there, and that's gonna be thick into that iron. So I want it to be all iron if I possibly can. Let's see. Oh no, 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 stop it. Can I grind these things or something? You can, they take forever. Need a faster grinder. Oh wait, forgot I could do that. Oh, you can't do that. It just collects it. All right, at least we can throw it over here then. Whatever. Anyways, so let me get back on the seat here and drop that last piston. Let's see how We got room for things. Control C. We got a little bit of room for things. No. Well, the drill. Yeah, drill. Yeah, we'll be okay, I think. So yeah, let's go to spectator cam again, and I'm going to go ahead and drop our top piston there, the lifter piston. Here we go. And we're going straight into that juicy iron. Oh, yes. See, that makes me happy. There we go. Now we're collecting a good amount of iron. Definitely gonna stop right clicking because we'll fall in there. And hopefully I can speed the retract, but come back up a little bit, so I don't have to sit here and wait for this long for these things. Pretty happy with how it came out so far. So one of the next steps is I gotta go empty this onto the boat because we got a bunch of stone and stuff going on here now. We have an abundance, which is awesome. I'm excited. We can lift this guy. Actually, no, we can start tilting is what I meant. Once it's tilted, then I can start dropping it. There we go. The pistons are done retracting. And now, I think about at this level, I can start dropping it. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Look at that. Look at that. The whole system is working. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. Boom. Ha ha. And how does it work to get out of here, right? Like, that's the main question. Because, I don't know. I don't think anybody does. It works. It works. It works. Gotta push some rocks over there. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. These stones are gonna make this thing clang out. Let me get away from them. What is going on here? I'm not clanging into anything. Stop it. If I lift you, will you stop doing that? Will you stop doing that? It's about time something starts clanging out. Oh, Lord. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Why are you clanging like this? Why? Talk to me. Talk to me. Is it this guy? It is not. Pistons. This thing's about to go flying here in a minute. Inertia tensioners. No. Stop it. Stop. Why are you being such a little pain in my behind? Okay, it seems to have calmed down at least. I don't know exactly where it's clanging. But it is. It's doing the clang. So I gotta figure this out. I don't know why it's doing this. There's something clanging somewhere. I don't know where it is. Man, as soon as I touch these wheels, this thing starts going nuts. And hinge, do you have an inertia tensioner? No, nobody else has an inertia tensioner. And we're exploding. Ah, I see what has happened. Let me extend those pistons and see what happens. Oh! Hello. Coming in for the landing, sir. Oh. How? Oh. Oh. Sometimes I hate this thing. So this is what's left of it. Alright, I gotta start this again. Alright. Quite honestly, I could not figure out what made this clang. Luckily, I had saved the backup of this save. So I went back and I reloaded it, and I've been checking it out to see if there's any collision points or anything like that. There's nothing I can see here that would cause it to be behaving that way. As you can see here now, I'm full again. And so far so good. It's behaving fine. All I did so far was the 2 sets of wheels in the back middle there. I just removed the steering. As you can see, the 2 front steer and then the last one's in the back steer. That's all I've done to it so far. Let's head back to the base and see what else we can do to it. I want to run one more test on it. I want to go to the base, empty this out, set up some sorters on it, and come back and do another drilling test. I have a suspicion that maybe what caused it could have been the fact that the drill was full, because I did drill it all the way up and I didn't have sorters on this thing yet. So I don't know. Let's get back to the base here and do some more work on this. Let's get on here, drop the wheels all the way down. And I just go to the height here and like slowly, slowly until the connector's about the same height there. It's about good. I try not to bottom it out if I can have the choice not to. Unpark it. And connect. I only have one connector, so this should be easy. Let's go to switch lock and boom. We are linked to the refinery. Should be pulling all that iron, doing its thing. We got plenty of materials. We just got 2 and a drill full of this stuff. Anyways, I want to get started with setting up the sorting system. We need to get rid of stone like crazy while we're mining. This thing is not, it's collecting way more than it can handle right at this moment. So, and I think I'm gonna do them just like this. So I'm gonna do one of these and then 2 little corner ones, and then I can do sorter and ejectors, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side here. So one of those, one of these. You know, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do this right here. I want to set myself up with a way to walk around while I'm working on this. And originally I thought that I didn't like the way this looked because it made it a little bit wider than the boat, but it's just so necessary. I'm starting to go crazy with falling off the boat here. At first it was fun, and at first I laughed, and then I was like, nah. Okay, so let's do that on both sides. So now, look at all that space we have around here that we can walk and build things from. All right, cool. I feel a lot better now. So as I was saying, so now I want to get some sorters, right? I'm going to get a bunch of them like this, and they're all going to be aiming outwards because I want it to pull all these the stone as fast as possible. And we're going to need 6 of these, and it's just going to throw it right there. So this whole side function is going to be just for this. All right, time to weld. All right, Very cool, very cool. So now we got all these sorters to sort out. That's gonna be fun. So let's get the ejectors and put them in the group. Ejectors. Let's get all the sorters and put those guys in the group as well. And I'm gonna do sorter. Save. So now, can I, you gotta do them individually, don't you? You gotta do them individually. It's just the way it is. So we're gonna have to whitelist stone on all of these sorters. I'm gonna PQRS. Let's, where's the stone? I think I just saw it. Stone. Add. Okay. Let's do this one. Okay, so now we can go to the sorters, and then I can go train all, and I can get my groups, and I can get my ejectors to throw out. Actually, you know what? I want to do an on-off option on this, and then on the sorters, we can do an on-off option as well. So if I don't want to throw out stone, I just push those two. They close off and off they go. I want to throw some stone in here and do a quick test. So we're going to go back to the mine and test this once again. If it works, fingers crossed. I think I'm ready to do greebles on it after that. So this is what's going on so far. And so far, so good, right? I mean, it did this the first time. It should be collecting stone and should be spitting it out now. So let's take a look at the sorters. What is going on? Off, on, train all, on, and these guys are all whitelist, stone, right? Now the ejectors, I think that's where the thing is. Collect all, no, throw out. There we go. They are now spitting stone, so that's how we're going to get rid of the stone. And what I want to know is if the cargo, so let's see the drill. How much stone's coming in? 10, 10. Okay, so about that much now that we're just idling there. So the sorter is dealing with about 6 at a time. We haven't even gotten to the other one. So I think we'll be okay, hopefully. Knock on wood. Let's go ahead and start drilling downwards. Definitely heavy. You feel the difference in the driving, right? But still, you know, like it's not behaving any different than a heavy vehicle would. So this is okay so far. Yes, yes. This is gonna work. This is gonna be awesome. I can't wait to do this. This vehicle is gonna be crazy. Oh, yes, 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 yes. All right, guys, I'm going to drop this off at the base, and it's time to do some greebling. You guys know how this goes with me. I'll be back with a finished product.